Hello everyone, welcome back to Dungeon Pages. I enjoyed my first playthrough, my first little game, so I thought I would have a second. I made a few upgrades to my tabletop simulator setup here. I gave myself 2 copies of the core set so that I can choose character? Hero? I don't know what these are called. Separately from the dungeon. And covered the areas that aren't in use so I don't get confused by them. Like if you look under this note, you'll see that it's just a copy of this. And I made separate little boxes for tracking available dice versus spent dice, which was a thing I had trouble with occasionally. I'm not sure how strictly I'll keep track of these, but how strictly I'll stick to keeping track of them, but in case I do need to keep track, they're here for me. And I thought that rather than just moving on to like hero number 2 with dungeon number 2 or whatever, we could mix it up. I'll just roll a d6 to pick a hero and roll a d6 to pick an adventure, a quest. And if I get a 1 on either of them, I'll just re-roll because I already did hero 1 with quest 1. And I'll try to remember to actually read the hero description and dungeon description this time. It's so laughably short that although I'm not much of a lore head, like, I can afford to read 3 sentences or whatever. So I guess I'll roll this die will be hero and this die will be dungeon. That makes sense. 4 and 4. Okay. Well, we're going to play one of the heroes on their own board, and it turns out I didn't need this whole setup, but it's good for me. So the 4th hero is Amador, Light Cleric. The most promising of Elder Remu, I don't know, that looks French, and I don't know how to pronounce French, students. Amador carries himself with a confidence beyond his years. Resolute in the face of evil and determined to bring the light to all corners of the land. So we have Beacon of Light. Sacrifice a good die to add its value to another die. That seems fairly powerful. It seems like it should be usable more often than Zafin? Zafin? I think it was Zafin. The wizard's beam of light or whatever. We'll get Iron Scepter, right? You know, same basic starting thing of just like marking directly adjacent. For 6 XP, this is a strictly better weapon than the one that the wizard gets at 6 or whatever XP, right? Because they're both range 2, but this one can go around corners. Okay, nice. The mace looks okay. I guess that's... You can reroll 1s or 2s once is what that means, right? Yeah, reroll a die that resulted in an X and then use it. So if you have 1 or 2, you can commit to using it with the mace and then reroll it. And the Ancient Idol for 26 goes in a straight line pretty far, and you can add 1 to a good die. Okay. The relics. So I remember I looked at this guy actually in between games. Just he was the only other character I've looked at, so I'm a little bit familiar. The same chainmail was available to the wizard, but it cost 20 XP. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. This is a little bit more available to us. Ivory Crest. When you take damage, sack a good die to mark its value twice. So on turns when you're hurt, you can spend a good die twice, kind of, but not exactly. Okay, so that's kind of like a Staff of Repeating that's harder to use because you can only use it on turns you took damage and only on good dice. But you get 3 charges of it, and I think it's cheaper. Yeah, the other one was 22 or something, wasn't it? And the Curse Statue, mark any number in 1 adjacent space, but you take 2 damage. This is pretty serious investment. 2 damage is a lot. But it's obviously a powerful effect. You can mark... You don't have to spend a die. You just mark a number. Any number you want in an adjacent space. Pretty cool. Our level ups, we get the same... good die at 3 that Zafin got. I think this was 13 on Zafin as well for a health potion. And we get a reroll of a good die at 20 instead of whatever Zafin got. I've forgotten already. We could look, right? He got his second good die at 20. Wait, I just realized. I finished that Zafin game and I never took my third good die. I missed that, like, I unlocked one of those. I still won. That's how genius I am. Okay, interesting. I was looking at this guy. I was like, wow, he eventually gets 3 good dice. Zafin gets those too, and I just didn't take it. Oops. So we get it a little bit later. And we don't get a range upgrade. Instead, we get more, well, kind of less flexible rerolls, in a way. Yeah, I gotta say, Zafin's experience track looks better. Okay, well, whatever, that's fine. And we also selected quest number 4. That's this one, which is Thorne Valley. Can anyone break the grip of Gregor Thorne over the people of the valley? Let's see. Enemies are bats. They damage you only on a 6, and they are easy to kill. Okay. Guardians, on a 4 or more, they do 1 damage to you, and you don't get to use one of your good dice. Middling easy to kill. I mean, easy, but not as easy as bats, I guess. A Grim Vampire. Oh, that's the boss. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. Spike Pit. Weren't there more different kinds of monsters in Zafin's dungeon? Maybe not. No, I guess there were the same number. Orcs and Guardians? This is like a frozen Guardian. Interesting. It's like the other ones were just called Guardians. Spike Pit. When marked, reroll the most recently activated die. So the die you used to mark it, basically. Unless there's... I guess that's not... No, because you could mark a die, a space without using a die. In which case... What happens if you mark this without ever using a die at all? Like, you roll all your dice, and then you spend a poison potion to put a 4 on the Spike Pit. I think that, like, you should just grab one of the dice that isn't in play and roll it, probably. Because it seems like the intention of this is to take a die that you don't have access to, roll it, and then, like, you still don't have access to it. So if I have access to all of my dice, I should just take a new die and roll it, I guess. Okay. Ordering of fights? I imagine we want to go to the ones with only 1 evil die first, because we're weakest. Just like on the last... when we were facing... What was this place the Finn went to? Highmount Village with Zafin. So the keep has 2 guardians. Ah, I see. This is to make it difficult to collect these coins. You either have to step on some spikes or unlock this or possess a way to teleport, which I don't think I do. The wrist sling. If I had the wrist sling, I could do this with just 1 spike trap, perhaps. So you don't necessarily need to spend a key here to get the coins, but it would be an easy way to do it. How many keys do we have access to? 1, 2, 3. Why do you need this key? Or this locked door? It doesn't even seem like it's really helping much. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 keys available. This one you don't This lock doesn't look very important. This lock would be nice. These locks, you probably want to get to one of them somehow. So it says stairs. This is basically a teleporter to here, so you can avoid the spike pits. Seems nice. So I have more keys than I need, really. Because this one we could maybe dodge if we went here when we have 2 dice. Not 2 dice, 2 range. The wrist sling. We could go from here to here, and as long as we marked it with a 6, we could disarm the trap and then go here. So this doesn't seem like an important lock. The blacksmith looks like a pretty reasonable place to go. I think you want to prioritize getting a coin, though, right? Because if there are 4 bats and the enemy rolls a 6, it's devastating. They hit you for 4. You can kill 2 of them in the first 2 turns, or perhaps the first 1 turn even. And then this one you can kill pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, so it's probably not that bad. Let's think about experience thresholds. What's an important breakpoint for me? 8. I'd really like to get 8. And also 6, but like that, if I'm getting 8, getting 6 won't be a problem. Oh, this guy also has a little bit more HP than Zafin, doesn't he? Because Zafin had 10 up here, and I think we also have 10. Whoops. But then these are 3-3-2 instead of 3-2-2, like Zafin had. So, noteworthy, I guess. So we want to make sure we can get 8 XP, which we certainly could do here. I assume the bats give 1? They don't give 0? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could go this way, but it seems like there's good reason to put it off and no good reason to do it. Blacksmith first makes sense. Out of curiosity, I found the text entering tool in the last, kind of annoying in the last, what if I just, oops. Entering text using Tabletop Simulator's text field gets annoying. What if, I mean, like, if I just draw a 2, it's completely illegible chicken scratch, so I guess I'm stuck with the text tool. Okay. Let's get started. Then, this is Amador heading to Thorne Valley. So these dice are available, and these are out of play. Cool. And we're heading to the keep. No, the blacksmith, specifically. No 6s, please. Oh, not on this die. Oh my god. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I don't have resources yet. So, I mean, it sucks to be me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just make sure I understand how monsters work, because that's... that is how they work, but it's so painful. I would like to just search the rules and... okay, monsters. Dungeon features. No, I want to back up to the monster phase. Wandering monster, monster attacks. All undefeated monsters check their attack trigger at the bottom. For each undefeated monster, there are 4. If you have any evil dice in its range, I do. It deals damage to you. That is rough. Each undefeated monster attacks once per turn. Yep. So we lose 4. We're like almost half dead already, and I haven't even done anything. Still, the turn is relatively simple. We're going to put a 6 here and a 2 here so that we can reach these 2 bats on the next turn and don't like block it. I don't want to put like 2 here and make it hard to reach this bat, right? Obviously. Killing this bat. All right, next turn. They missed this time. Good. I can kill 2 more of them, and I will. Ah. I need to be careful, though. Maybe I can't kill 2 of them this way, actually. because the treasure chest is right here. So if I put a number here, which is like reasonable, then I will be completing a path to the exit, and I'll have to leave. So I need to make sure I can preserve a, what do they call it? A sequential path to the door. I need to leave this space empty, and either this 2 or this 6 has to be included on the sequential path. There's no way around them. I've placed them already. So it sort of looks like maybe I want this to be the path. Put a 3 here and a 4 here. Kill these 2. And then start working this way to the items and this way. Like, to get to the this bat, I'm going to have to go around the long way, right? This is a pretty constrained map when I look at it. There are not a lot of ways you can place your items without your numbers without finishing the map. That's interesting. Anyway, I have a 3 and a 4. I want the 4 here. And the 3 here. Defeating this bat and this bat. And now a 1, 2, or 3 here will finish the map. But in the meantime, I can like go this way and collect a key or something. Actually, to collect this coin, I'll have to leave. So if I'm doing that, I have to do them both at the same time. Huh, yeah, interesting map. A 1 and a 3? That's fine. And I'm not really constrained. Like, it's not any work to finish I don't have to like make sure that these numbers are in a sequential path, because I'm trying not to exit that way. In fact, it's impossible for me to exit that way now. So I just want to like put down any old numbers going this way and pick up items when I can, right? So it doesn't really matter what I do, what number I put where. Let's put a 1 there and a 3 there and get on with things, right? Two 3s. Well, it would have been nice to have placed this in the other order. It was completely arbitrary, you know. Oh, I forgot. I can sack a good die to add its value to another die. So if I like needed a 6 or something, I could get one here. I don't. So I could pick up any one item here. Well, not any one. Either of these 2 or... No, I can't get the key because I can't do that. I can't mark both of these at once. Or I could try to make a beeline for this bat. I think I should cash in and pick up an item while I can. So I'm going to mark my 3s here and here. Grab this health potion. And start another turn. It's a 6. Okay, I mean, it hurts. But not as much as when there were 4 bats. Well, if I go this way, I'm locking off this coin forever. I think it's worth risking, like... Oh, yeah, Yeah, sacrificing one of these dice does not... I can't, sacrificing a good die to add 1 to the 6 does not help me, so let's not think about that. I'd rather not go like 1-6 or 6-1 for that matter, because it locks off this coin forever. So while it does mean it takes me a little bit longer to get to the bat, I'm going to go like this. Come on, you can do better than that. Okay. So now 1s and 3s both help me get an item. That's something. A 6 and a 4. Neither of those is especially helpful. Let's put, I don't think it even matters which one, a 4 here. And I think I want to preserve the opportunity to maybe get this coin. So while again, it means it takes me a little bit longer to get to the bat, and he might get a chance to hit me on that turn. I'm going to put this 6 out of the way. A 1 and a 3. I love 1s! Yay! And 3s! It's the perfect roll! So put a 1 here and a 3 here. Very lucky roll. I'll grab a key with these 2 1s. And a coin with those 2 3s. Perfect. The bat got me again. And I could leave by putting the 1 here. But I'd like to conk this bat and possibly get the coin. And hopefully finish this column as well. So I will not do that. Although it does run a slight risk that I might maybe not get, like, I might just never roll a number that I can put here, right? If I roll all 6s for the rest of the map, I could be in trouble. But, like, the odds of that are pretty low. A 4 and a 5. Well, it's a good thing. I'm only now realizing that this was actually my last roll. So it's a good thing it was a good enough roll. So I'll put a 5 here, because any one of these 3 would give me the treasure, right? Would end the dungeon. So putting a 5 there finishes you off, and a 4 ends the dungeon without a sequential path. So I'll spend my only coin, turning this 4 into a 3, which I can write in here. And we can mark out my path. Yeah, you can still see that. Cool. Not as much experience as I would have liked either. But it is 8, which is the amount I wanted. So we finished this column, we finished this column, we finished this column, we finished this column. That's 4, plus the 4 bats is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get that extra good die. Let's grab it now so I don't forget, like I apparently did last game. And the only thing I'm eligible to open is the wrist sling. Oh, let's draw a straight line. There we go. Okay, I mean, wrist sling's nice. Extra good die is nice. I love it. Where to next? Probably the keep, but maybe not. No, the keep looks like a good place to go. It has the least... it looks like it puts up the least resistance, right? You know what? I just realized. I had claimed one of the ways to get in here was not to use a key, but to go use a range of 2 to go 1, 2, 1, 2. But you're not allowed to count range through traps, so you can't actually do that. You do have to step on 2 of the traps or open this locked door. Still seems like the plan. How much HP do these guardians have? Tell me the number's just 1. It is, okay. So, one thing I'm thinking about suddenly on this keep is, what is the exit path going to look like? Because your path has to be numbered squares. It can't ever include monsters or items. And so all the paths from here to here that don't go through a monster go through the spike pit. Now, you could avoid one of them by like going like this or something. But you have to trigger these 2. So that's a nice place to put 6s. Wait a minute. How is it legal to ever pick this up? Right. Because you can count range through defeated monsters. So let's look at the last page of the rulebook. Counting range, you can't pass through a thing. You can't do this even if you're counting like diagonally or whatever. But if one of the corners is open, like because you've collected the item or defeated the monster, then you can. So they're kind of blank. So you could, where am I? You could, standing here, defeat this monster, then use your range 2 thing to get to here, place something, and then come the other side, place something here. And that's how you could collect the coins. Okay. Boy, I mean, it seems tough. This character so far. I mean, maybe it's just because the bats wrecked me more than I hoped they would. But I guess, you know, this character has access to a lot of healing. Maybe we'll figure something out. And I mean, you know, I'm at 7. I started the fight at 10. Now I'm at 7. So unfortunate, but we can hopefully be on the upswing. Yeah, I still think the keep is the right place to go. So let's just give it a roll. 1, 2, 3. Those are good dice, right? Guardians attack on 4+, and a 3 defeats them. So yeah, that is very nice. So we have to make sure to preserve a path this way. That's crucially important. And we want to place a 3 next to one of these enemies this turn. I can reach either one of them using the sling. Go like here to here to here, and still have 1 die left to place wherever I want. Or from here to here to here, and have a die left to place wherever I want. That I can reach anyway. Going this way doesn't place anything next to any items, which makes it a tiny bit easier to one day collect such an item. Because if I ever roll doubles, I can just put them both down on the same item and pick it up. Whereas if you have to put a single die down on an item, you're now like locked in and you need specifically that die sometime later. I don't know. I think like making sure that it's easy to get out is probably my highest priority here. So I think I want to put like a 2 here. Well, actually, what makes it easiest to get out? Like, because this monster is I was thinking, oh, I'll put a 2 and a 3. And then, like, oh, the 2 leading to the 3 makes it sort of easy to get out, right? But this 3 that I place won't be on the path to the exits. The fact that it's within distance 1 of a 2 doesn't matter. So maybe the thing is to do 1, 2, 3. Ensuring that at least these 2 are pathable. Is that better or worse than doing like 1... or like 1, 3, 2? Though that's the same thing. I just said the same thing in a different order. I mean, I could also put 2, 1, 3. But, okay, so the thing about these traps is that you want to put 6s in them, because that's how you disarm them, right? Yeah. But if they have to be on the path to the exit, I can't put like a 1 or a 2 here. Because then I could never have a 6 be connected. So maybe I'm supposed to leave this guy alone, go down here with like 1, 3. And I don't know, a 2 here. So they don't have to commit to low numbers going this way. I could also, like, make this 3 a 5. But my highest priority is to kill Guardians, I think. Not, like, ensure that I can later not step on a trap. So I think that's what I want to do, is put, like, a 2 here and a 3 here, defeating this monster. Because he only has 3 defense and... oh no, he has 2 HP! How did I forget that? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, that's so bad. Alright, hang on. Recalculating route. So maybe it's better to go this way quickly. Because I can... wait, but... isn't it then impossible to kill this monster ever? Because you can't count range through uncollected items. Or undefeated monsters. Here's the example. Can't target through uncollected items or monsters. So, like, yeah, the keep is a terrible place to go with the items I have now, or the weapons. I can't ever defeat the monster. I can't ever pick up the treasure, except, like, these 2. And I have to step on a bunch of traps on the way out. What am I ever going to get anything that makes this keep good? No, this sucks. Wow, I brought the wrong hero to this dungeon, apparently. I mean, I randomed it, right? But I think I'm going to change my mind and not go to the keep. Like, yes, I know, I learned some new information. Well, the problem is the keep is always going to suck. Like, I can eventually fight this monster. That's true. I can go down here. I can come this way and fight him from here. But this guy's untouchable. And he's untouchable by any hero, if I'm understanding this correctly. Like, no one can ever target from here to here. Or from here to here. I know there is at least one hero who gains the ability to smash walls, and he'd have a funny time smashing this open, right? Am I missing something? Why is the keep so insane? Meanwhile, they attack you for 2 pretty often and make you drop dice? Just how much worse would it be to go to, like, the vault? There's a bunch of monsters here, but they're all within easy reach. The 2 dice is the bigger problem, because wandering monsters start getting you. But remember, having 2 black dice is a benefit for the player as well. You can spend those on your turn. Yeah, I don't see how I get over there at all. All this stuff in the keep, like, you just like pick up the healing potion, step on 3 traps, and leave? Like, maybe you could kill this guy, but I don't think it's even worth your time. I don't even know if going to keep is worth your time, although I think you are required to go to all 4 of them. Game overview. Choose a dungeon. Completing a dungeon. Boss dungeon after completing the first 4, yeah. So you do have to do the keep at some point. It just seems so bad. Huh. Well, yeah, I mean... Is there any upgrade I could pick up that would make the keep better? Not really. So I guess I'll just do the keep and, like, hate it. Right? I'm actually going to go look at the Discord and see completed adventures people have done with this hero in this dungeon and see if they've marked stuff in the keep that is better than what I'm planning to do. Because I almost feel like I'm misunderstanding something. Back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. And I saw there were some people who had written a game who'd submitted a game where they had written some numbers on this square. And I didn't think of... I looked up here and saw no way to let me get in there. But I haven't looked at all the potions on the map, and I'm now looking at this one, and I don't recognize this symbol, but I bet it's a teleport potion, which is a thing that exists. So I'm guessing that if you pick up that potion, then you can go here, right? Let's see if that's what's going on. Not here, not here. Items. Yes, teleport potion. Okay. So the keep contains the tools to defeat the keep. Got it. So I will not roll back my decision to visit here. Because it's as easy to handle now as it ever will be. And I just have to figure out how to do it. And, I mean, I'm still in a little trouble about how exactly do I form a sequential path going this way. Actually, no. I was like, wait a minute. If I teleport through this door, I can get to here and unlock this wall. I can unlock this door, and then I can go through this whole thing without having to touch any spike traps. But that's not true, because I can only get the teleport by walking through the spikes. Okay. I mean, the really fast way to get to the teleport potion would be to put down, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3? Right? And then if I were lucky next turn, I could, like, unlock this and... Well, I guess it doesn't require any luck. And then, like, start picking these up and then go after these guys, because I can't... I could mark 1 X next to one of these guys, or 1 damage. But they have 2 HP, so that won't kill them. So I don't think, like, rushing down here to put a 3 is that exciting. But equally, it's not unexciting either, because, well, I think I should. Because I want the possibility of high numbers to carry me through here with 6s. So I'm thinking 1, no, 2, 3, one? Because rushing to the teleport potion doesn't really help me at all. I'm still going to have to put in some effort. Like, I'm gonna have to get to here anyway. I might as well do it now, right? So I guess I'll write a 1 here and a 3 here. Not defeating this monster. Get that out of here. Come on. Okay. But now I've done 1 damage to him. And I could put a 2 somewhere along this route, but I don't want to. I'm going to just put a 2 here. It's not necessarily an amazing play. But it means if I ever roll a 2, I can pick this up. And I want to spend my big numbers getting here. 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay. I don't like this dungeon very much. Okay, low numbers. We like low numbers. And a 2. We like 2s. Oh. Well... If I put a 2 here to pick up this potion, then I can't have a sequential path to here that includes a 6. I could have at best 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I'm just committing to stepping on all the spikes, which means I probably should have put the 2 on this path anyway. I could just, like, dirtle around. Oh, actually, hang on. I can sack a good die to add its value to another. So if I wanted to give up on the health potion, I could turn this 4 into a 6, put a 2 here. Sorry. Use this 4 to turn the... Use the 4 to turn a 2 into a 6. Put a 1 here and a 6 here, disarming the trap. Now, there are a few problems with that. One is, it makes it very difficult to actually exit the dungeon, right? And get experience, because I've put a 1 here and a 6 here on the contiguous path. It commits me to needing the teleport potion to go like this as my exit route. It also means that I'm skipping a healing potion, which produces 3 HP, for a chance at for avoiding a trap which might do 2 damage to me. So that seems obviously bad. I should just take the healing potion. So let's spend the 2. Grabbing the health potion and gaining access to this health. And I guess I want to put a if I put a 4 here, I need a 3 to get out. Although I guess 1, 2, 3 could also do it, but then I'm not fighting this guy. Or not killing him. Alternatively, I can put a 1 here and commit to never disarming the spikes. What am I doing with the 4 in that case? Probably putting it next to this guy. Well, I could also not make progress on the spikes. Put a 4 here and a 1 like over here or something. Here would be useful. I think I'm just going to give up on disarming the spikes. So let's spend the 1 here. And I'm triggering a spike trap. Where are those? Here. Reroll the most recently activated die. You may use abilities to modify this roll. Okay, noted. So I rerolled. I activated this 1. It's a 5. If it's 3 or more, take 2 damage. I mean, I literally possess 0 coins, so I cannot prevent this 2 damage. Sad. And the 4 I'll spend on this guy. Doing a damage to him, but again, not defeating him. Ouch. A 6. Well, I'm taking 2 damage. And I must discard a good die. I choose this one because a 3 is useful here. And the 6, well, since you ask, actually, I could put a 6 here. It messes up this path, but remember we're hoping to get a teleport to go through this wall. So I could put a 6 here, and then like 2, 3 this way gets me through. Right? And it's important I never fill this in, or not until quite late. So I don't have... If this square isn't filled in, there'll never be a path from here to the exit, so I can fill in whatever else I want. I think this is a great use of a 6. It makes it pretty important that I get this potion. But I think that's good enough. So I'm putting a 6 here. Actually, well, so I do want to put the 6 there. But since my plan is to go through this wall anyway, and this 6 commits me to that plan, why put a 3 here? Why not put it here? Here, I need specifically a 3, whereas here, anything from 1 to 3 would be okay. So I'll actually put my 3 here. And now I can have this be my path out. And if I happen to roll another 6, I won't even have to spend my key. But if I don't, I can just go this way. All right. So, still not great. Okay, nice low numbers. I didn't roll a 6. But, well, yeah, I can't even make a 6, can I? I mean, the rules don't say what happens if you try to increase a die beyond 6. They say dice can't be above 6, but like, do you turn a 3? If you add 3 and 4 together, do you uninstall the game or do you get a 6? I don't know. Like, it could be either one. I think it should be illegal, but I don't know. I'll check the FAQs. You never know. All right, perhaps unsurprisingly, it's not mentioned in the FAQ. I asked a question, but I don't expect real-time support for my paper board game. I think it ought to be illegal to turn a 3 and a 4 into a 6 with this ability, so I just won't do it. So that means we're going the long way, but that's fine. You put a 4 here, a 3 here, you're looking good, right? Oh, I don't have to put anything here. I can go this way, right? Well, I guess, yeah. So I can put a 3 here first. But, like, 4 is exactly the number I want to put here, so I'm not really getting any great advantage by doing that. By delaying putting the 4 here. I guess I am sort of, right? In that I could make a bit more of a run towards this guy. If I went here, here, here this turn. Instead of here, here, here. But I don't think it is really a big difference. And a 4 is a really nice number to write here. So I'm just going to do that. 4, 3, spending my key, which I'll mark in a moment. 1. Where is it? So I'm out of keys, but I've gone this way. So now it is crucially important that I at some point pick up the teleport juice, but it kind of already was, so no big difference there. All right, roll again. 5. Well, it hurts. Yeah, it hurts a lot. I mean, I can use these dice to kill one of these idiots at least, finally, I think. Take another 2. I'm at 4. Ow. And I have to discard a good die. I mean, I don't think there's much in it between the two of these. Like, in some sense, the 1 is like unuseful because I want a high number to fight this monster, but really the number I want to fight this monster is a 4 anyway. So I almost want to, like, spend the one on going next to the teleport juice so that if I later get a 1, I can use it to pick that up. But I have to pick up the teleport juice really fast, right? I have to pick it up very soon before I have to start marking off squares I don't want to mark. And ending the dungeon. So it might be better to make sure I have a large number available for the teleport juice. I don't know. I think it's like a fairly small difference, but we're on pretty low health, and that could the small amount of difference could matter. Which die? I know I have to discard a die. That's what we're thinking about here. I mean, so what I have 2 dice to spend. I want to put one of them here, and that can be the 5. Although, yeah, it has to be the 5 because no, this guy has 3 defense. So I could put the 3 here and put a 5 here if I wanted, because I'm kind of better at making 5s than at making lower numbers on account of this sacrifice a good die thing. I think that sort of makes sense. So I'm going to dump the 1. Write in a 5 here and a 3 here. One down. And now I need a 5 or doubles to pick up the teleport. I need anything from 3 through 5 here. And ideally a 4 here. I mean, it's asking a lot, but... yeah, I'm not forgetting any special powers. Alright. Good. Good. Yes, this is good. This is just good enough. So... I will spend the 5... This obviously, first of all, we don't get hurt. I'll spend the 5 here, collecting the teleport juice, which I will immediately spend teleporting here. Let's just double check the rules on teleport juice. I know it's not juice. Mark a wall or locked door as if it was an empty space. Should be as if it were an empty space. Now... I don't want to put a low number... I need a number here in between 3 and 5, right? Otherwise, I won't have a connected path. Fortunately, while neither of these numbers is between 3 and 5, and I have no coins, I do have a beacon of light, allowing me to sacrifice this 1 to make this 2 a 3, so that I can mark a 3 here. Just enough to squeak through. And now next turn I can finish this guy off, hopefully with a 4. No 4s available. Well, I'll take a damage. Because he hits me even on... I don't have a coin. It doesn't matter what I'm... Whether he hits me on 4 or not is immaterial, because I can't produce a 4. And I discard a die. So I could delay killing this guy to hope to pick up the 2 coins. I think that's foolish. I think I should just kill him and miss the coins. Because half the time he hits me again. And what are my odds of rolling a 4? I mean, I guess they're better than 50%, right? Because it's slightly worse than 50% to hit a 4 out of 3 dice. Because it's like a 50-50. You have 3 chances at a 1 in 6, which is almost a 1 and 2, but it's not because of overcounting. Right, there are some times you get like 4, 4. Anyway, point is it's a little less than 50% to hit a 4. However, the ability to add 2 dice together does mean that like 1, 3, 5, for example, also counts as a 4. And a coin is probably worth an HP. So, like, I have a 50% chance next turn. I know I still have to discard a die. I have a 50% chance next turn, ish, of gaining 2 coins. So each turn that I miss, I can kind of roll the dice. Like half the time I gain an HP, and also half the time I could cash out now for a net of 0 HP. Just not take the coins, not take the damage. Or I could essentially flip a coin. Half the time I take a damage from the guy, and about half the time I get 2 coins. And those could overlap. Like if I roll a black 4, I get both, for example. But so it seems like every turn that I delay this decision, I'm increasing my chances, my expected value. So I don't think I should actually kill him. I'm not going to get a lot more chances, but I can take 1. So I'll discard. I don't think it matters. Oh shit! I'm so stupid. I put a 5 here to collect the potion. But now I don't have a straight line path. Ugh, I was just so eager to get the potion, and I put a 5 here, not realizing that locked me into a 5 here, which meant I needed a 5 here, not a 3. I forget if I could have fixed that. Or no, I put the 3 here first, and then this 1. Yeah. So the turn I did these 2 things, I should have put the 3 here and the 5 here, because this space kind of is constrained to be the same as this one. I see. So I'm not going to collect experience for this dungeon. So all I really want to do is get the coins and get out. Boy, I hate the keep. Okay, so the values of dice doesn't really matter to me anymore. Let's just discard a 2. I think it's still worth stalling. Because these 2 coins are all like... Yeah. So let's just write in the 5, and the other one I left was the 3, I think. Yeah. Well, I think this may be an unsuccessful adventure, but we'll see. I'll stick around. Okay. I'll take a damage. And I'll discard the 6. But I got a 4. So I can write that 4 in here. Here. Oops, I don't want to X that out. I want to X this out and circle this. And I'll put my 6, I guess, over here. Do I want to commit to a number here? I don't think so. I should put it here. So that if any of my 2 numbers are doubles, I can get the coins on the way out. Yeah. Okay. And I did get 2 2s. So I can put a 2 there and there. Collect the coins. And put a 4 there. And sadly, that's it. I'm out of the dungeon, but I'm not scoring anything. No XP. Really gonna be tough, I think, to win now. I have very little HP. I'm headed into areas with a bunch of monsters. Which of these is better to do next? I guess the one where I can pick up a key rather than the one where I should spend a key. Like, you don't necessarily need a key here, though. Oh, this one... Wait, this one has a key in it as well. Right. So... to get up here and fight this monster, defeat it anyway, you have to go through a spike trap. And to pick this up, you have to step on a spike trap as well. Okay, well, I don't like that while I'm at 2. The good thing about being at 2 is that it doesn't matter if there are 4 monsters who all hit you. Any 2 of them can kill you. The health potion is a little bit easier to access here. Maybe that's a reason to go this way. Yeah. Also, there are fewer monsters, so if I can kill a couple of them, I can get the number to be a little bit more manageable. These monsters are very easy to kill, the bats here, but it's still going to take some time. So, I don't know. I think I'll try the decaying mill. Nice low numbers. I mean... yeah, guardians and bats are both defeated by 3s. I guess bats don't matter, though, because I'm in the decaying mill. So I think I want to sack this 1 to make the 2 a 3. And then I could put 3s here and, let's say, here. Right? And then also start going this way. That seems reasonable to me. I do have a couple... I have 4 coins, so maybe I shouldn't be sacrificing dice as so much as spending coins. But I think I'm going to need to spend those coins to stop the damage, honestly. So let's make this a 3. And now I have 2 3s and a 1. I want a 3... let's not do it in this order so the UI doesn't get in the way quite as much. And a 3 and a 1. Nope, not that. Put the 1 here. This guardian is defeated. Next turn. That was a 1. Don't let it turn over. Don't let it fall over and be a 5. So that's a 5, which is currently lethal. So I need to spend 2 coins to get it down to a 3. Which, no problem. I have 2 coins, so I can do that. Very simple decision. Done. You're a 3. I'd love to put the 2 1s here so I can pick up this potion. But like it would be beautiful, right? Because I could put a 3 here and a 5 here. I'd kill this guy as well. But this is on the critical path to the exit. So I can't do that. I have to put a 2, 3, or 4 here or I don't get XP again. Which means I have to put a 2, 3, or 4 here as well. If I want the health, which I certainly do. So I could use this 1 to turn this 1 into a 2. I'm not sure that's good. Because I could put a 2 here, right? And then like a 5 here. Or a 3. But it's pretty hard for me to get 2 2s. I would have to spend all my coins to put a 2 here and a 2 here. Which doesn't seem like a good idea. However, what if I spent this 1 to make a 6? Turn the 5 into a 6. Then I can mark here without taking damage. And finish this guy off with another 3 here. Then I could like put a 1 up here and be ready to dart for a potion or something. Or I don't know, I guess I don't want a 1 here very badly. So this 6 couldn't be on my contiguous path to the exit. Actually, no. I thought briefly that I could make another path to the exit this way, but you can't path through items. So the path to the exit doesn't have to go like this. It could go like this, but either way it has to pass through here. So maybe I use a coin to turn this 1 into a 2. Use this 1 to make a 6. 2 here, 6 here. And then a 3 to finish this guy off. That seems pretty good. So let's make this a 6. And put another 3 here. And now I'm not dead to a bad roll next turn, even if I can't get through, even if like I can't prevent the damage with coins for whatever reason. Like a 6 would, I couldn't get it low enough with coins. But this way there's only 1 monster left, so he's not killing me, which is nice. Now, what do I do with the 1? Put it here? I don't know. I guess that's useful enough to make, as uses a skipping stone to this without committing me to writing a 1 here, which would be a disaster. Okay, interesting turn. think I'm spending my last coin. Well, one of my last 2 coins on this. No, because on a 4 it still hits me. Right. I could spend 2 coins. But 2 coins for 1 HP is not that good a trade if I can avoid it. Ooh, on the other hand, how am I getting this damn monster killed? I guess I can put 5s here and here. I was thinking that would block the path out, but it doesn't, because I can still put a 2 or a 3 or a 4 here. And I do have one lying around. A problem with going to 1 HP is that a wandering monster damage is unavoidable. It's a 1 in 6 chance to be killed every time I roll until I can finally get that health potion. Well, tough cookies, I guess. Oh, I should mark off the damage I'm taking before I forget that. I know I'm at 1, but eventually I might get so lost in thought that I do forget. I have to discard... Oh, right. Right. The whole point is I haven't committed to taking that damage yet. I'm thinking of using both coins to prevent it. That would make this a 3. How desirable is that? It seems fine. I have a use for a 3. I can put it here and like a 2 here. Seems okay. And the 5s go here. Yeah, that seems like an alright turn. Okay. I'll use the last 2 coins to make that 5 a 3, dodging the damage and the chilling effect. And I'll write in these 5s, defeating the enemy. And I want a 3 here and a 2 here, I think. Is there some reason not to write this in yet? I don't think so. I can always hop down this way. Okay. Still alive. Still alive. That was a 3. Wait. Was it a 2? I thought I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was a 2. When you pick the dice up, like, I don't know. So they just turn to random numbers sometimes. If they're not exactly vertical already. Or, I don't know if vertical is the right word. If they're not correctly oriented. These are pretty good numbers, though. I like these numbers. I love these numbers. So let's put a 3 here, grabbing a much-needed health potion. A 2 here, grabbing these coins. Yeah, these coins are more important than this one. Because there are 2 of them. And then I have a 1 and a 4. I mean, I don't think it super matters. As long as I don't touch this space. I could make a 5? I don't think there's any reason to do that. Actually, it kind of does matter. There's not a lot of spaces left that are totally harmless. So let's put a 1 there. And a 4 here. It would be nice to get a couple 6s to pick this up without harming myself. We'll see how that goes. No doubles, but I can make a 6. Well, I do have doubles, but not in black dice. I have 2 1s. That's nice, because I could put those here. Oh, no, because I can't reach this space. If I want to, I'll have to mark this one first. And if I want the coin, it has to be a 2 that I put here. Which is all fine, except that I wanted to add the 4 to the 2 to make a 6 to grab this, or to step on the spike. I'll just assume I'll find some other way to manufacture 2 6s. How hard can it be? So I'll spend my 2. Said somewhat ironically. I assume it will be hard to make 2 6s. Not there. There. Grabbing a coin. And then I'll write in 1s here and here. Grabbing this key. Which, I mean, I forget, do I have a key to spare? I don't. But I might end up not needing this key. So I don't know, it's nice to grab a key anyway. And I still have a 4 to spend, which either of these two, they're basically equivalent. Still no wandering monsters. I did manage to manufacture 2 6s, which is amazing. I'll blow this 4 to make this a 6. Pop those in here. Oh my gosh, and here. Grab the poison potion. And with my remaining 4, I think it was possible to do this dungeon and get every column, but not the way I did it. I needed to leave like this square blank as long as possible. Because then I could fill in all of these and not have any connected path, and then fill this in and be done. Or this square, either of these two. I guess it would be better to leave this one blank, because I need this one to attack this guy. Okay, well, but the way I did it, I can't get both columns. So I'll just put this 4 in to get 1 column. Hope not to get hit by a wandering monster on the way out, I guess. And surely, among all these dice, I can manage a 1, 2, or 3. Yes. No bite from a wandering monster. And I'll put a 3 in. And we can see that there is a connected path, like so. So we get to score experience, unlike last time. 1, 2, and I saw someone in the when I was looking at other people's submitted things. A thing I liked to help them count better was they counted the experience for the monsters in the rows. So this is 3 experience for the whole, or for the columns rather. So rather than counting monsters and columns separately, you count the monsters as part of the columns. 4, 10, 11. We're at 8 right now, so we should be going to 19. Oh. Well, it's enough to get the Blessed Mace if we want it. Although the chainmail is probably more important. I mean, decreasing an evil die by 1 seems like it actually does more, right? Because often decreasing an evil die by 1 stops several damage. Yeah, Holy Ward seems great. I'll grab this health potion. And we're at 7. I mean, that's not bad. The problem is I just don't have as much power as I should have. Yeah, I mean, Holy Ward looks great. Very appropriate for walking into the vault where we could get attacked for 4 on the turn. Actually, you know what? Let's count the monsters on this one too, shall we? So that it's more clear. And then we can see I should have 8 plus... Hey, I can even write it in, can't I? Oh my god. Tabletop sim, please. I hate that, like, you can switch out of text mode, but your focus stays here until you click somewhere. Frowny face for 0. It's like 2 emojis. Equals 0 is a screaming emoji, and this is a frowning emoji. Or maybe a gasping emoji? I don't know. So what do I have still available that I haven't used up? It's the poison potion and 3 coins and a key. Alright, well. Hopefully that'll be enough. We should easily be able to get to 23, probably 27 in this. As long as we score, we should get to 27. So I might not be in such bad shape for the final fight. Maybe I can get through. But we're using 2 black dice and 2 white dice. All right. We're obviously going to the vault, having no other choice. That's a 5. These guys attack on 4s. So I'd really like to use dice to prevent that. Or use relics, rather. Or use something to decrease it. Because I'm taking 2 damage this way and losing a die. So, I mean, I guess I'm just going to spend 2 charges of the Holy Ward rather than use any coins. Because a coin is strictly more flexible than Holy Ward, right? It can increase or decrease good or evil dice. Yeah, I can't think of any reason I would want to spend a coin instead of a Holy Ward charge. And you can... It doesn't say only once per turn, so I can spend 2 of these. So do that. This is a 3 now. So now we're not attacked, and we can go nuts. Start killing guys, eh? 2, 3, 5? No. 2, 3, 5. Of course. These guys have defense of only 3. And the bats have a defense of, like, very low. Oh, it's also 3, huh? It's annoying. Okay, so spend this to make this a 3. and then write in 335, 335. Constantly fighting Tabletop Simulator to guess where the text will be centered when I click based on the completely impenetrable cursor. Okay, so this guy's dead and this guy's dead. And I have a key to cut through the bottom if I want to let me grab the health potion more easily, but I don't have to do that necessarily. All right, good first turn. I mean, a shame I had to spend 2 charges of the relic, but that's what we bought it for. I guess in principle the relic could be worth even more here. Roll 1 less good die for each mark in this monster's column or row. My goodness. And he has 4 HP. This guy's so... Anyway, later. We'll deal with him later. That guy's so weird. So a 5 is currently doing 1 damage to me. I have 3 coins? Yeah, I think I'm going to tank this. Discarding my 3. I love that I have 2 5s and 2 3s, though. Like, I could finish off all the monsters if I kept all 4 of these dice and pick up a coin. Not a bad deal, huh? Actually, I don't even need all these dice to finish off all the monsters, because I only have to attack the bat once. I could put, like, the 5s here, and that defeats both monsters. And a 3 here is... yeah, okay. I think I'll take 1. The Holy Ward can prevent more than 1 damage per charge in the future. I don't know how good it really was to use it last turn. 2 charges of it to prevent 2 damage. But it gave me the dice that I needed as well. And so it ended up preventing some damage this turn as well to have spent it. So, get rid of the 3. Well, I mean, both of these guys, a 3 is as good as a 5. So which one do I actually want to play? I guess I'd rather this be a 3 than have it be a 5, right? So spend this die and write in do I want to go here or here or here? I think I should not put anything next to this coin so that any doubles will let me pick it up, right? Well, except that a 3 here is pretty nice for going along the path, right? I think that's worth 3, 3, 5. Defeating both of these monsters. I did remember to take damage, right? I think so. Yeah. I was at 7 when I came in. The first turn I blocked all the damage. The second turn I allowed it in, and I'm now at 6. So this all adds up. Doubles. Wandering Monster gets a bite in. But we're now free to explore. Two 3s would pick up this key, but I don't really care about the key. Because I don't need this one, and I already have the key I need for getting in here. So I could like put a 1 here and then 3s here to grab the 2 coins, or a 3 here since that one's locked in and this could be any doubles. Yeah, so maybe I put a 3 here and a 3 here, locking in this coin. And then I'm still open on what this doubles is. And this can be a 3 or 4 or 5. But what am I putting here? Like I said, I want a 3 here, which seems good. I want a 3 here. I have a 1 and a 6 left. I just dump them nowhere, kind of. They're both not very useful to me. Yeah, I don't know. Let's make this a 3 and this a 3. Grab a coin. And a 1 here would be stupid, because then I would cut off my path, so don't do that. That was a thought I had for a minute. It is nice to have the possibility of going through this locked door. Because there are 2 possible routes I could take to the treasure that way. But I don't want to have to spend a key, of course. Unless I get this one, in which case I'm happy to. I don't know. Like, I could put the 1 here, where it might be usefully on the path to this, if I found a 2. And the 6 just out of the way over here, I guess? It's not an amazing setup, but I guess it'll have to do. Sure. So a 2 here is pretty nice. Let's lock... Hey. Let's lock that in, I think. And I guess I want a 4 in here in case one of those goes bad. I think I have a problem. Which is that it's sort of hard to avoid stepping on this treasure while still leaving... Oh no, I can put a 6 here because I don't need this for the connected path, of course. So I marked a 2 here and a 4 here. I still have this 4 and 6. That's why they're up here. Good record keeping. So... Oh no, this 6 I did actually just place. The 4, I'm putting here. So that I can use it to hop over to the treasure, the healing potion, hopefully. And then this needs to be a 1 or a 2. Doubles, everyone's favorite. Let's lose some HP. Ones are good, though. Ish. So... I could spend 2 ones on this, which seems pretty decent. Right? But ones up here are really nice. I mean, I think it's really crucial I get the health. That's worth more than 2 coins. Even though it makes it harder to get the coins. Like, I'm not sure how I would try to... Like, if I put the 1 here, how am I making sure I can ever get the healing potion? I mean, as long as I write a big number here, it's maybe not that hard. And I'm tempted to write the 4 in here, ensuring that I do get to score XP. But if I do that, I can't get all of these columns, because I can't complete both of them at once. Leaving this for my last square is ideal, and it should be pretty easy to hit that square. So I think I will not give in to the temptation of securing it. I'm just not sure what to do with these ones. And I think that while the coins are nice, locking in the HP is more important. How many more rolls do I have? 4, so... Okay. What if I put a 1 here and a 6 here? I'm pretty good at making 6s by just jamming dice together, right? With maybe a coin or 2 to spend. I think that it's worth the try. So let's be greedy, put a 1 in here. Circle those coins. And that means I can put another 1 here, which is actually pretty useful to guarantee that I have a sequential path out if I can fill this space. Now a 6 and a 4. I mean, I could put them here and here, where they're not doing any harm. Right? And I don't think it matters which is which. Just don't touch this square so I'm still able to hit any doubles to fill this in. That's a doubles. But if I take those 2 2s, I don't have a clear path out of the dungeon. I do have 4 dice here, and I would have to use all of them. But I don't actually have to. I can use this 1, sacrifice it to make a 6 here, and then I have another roll next turn, which 1 time out of 6 will cost me 1 HP. But it always gains me 1 XP. Like, what are the odds that I actually roll doubles, right? So I think I'm going to go ahead and mark 2 2s here. Ugh. Okay, back to 7. I think that's where I was when I entered this dungeon. I entered this one at like not very much. I don't remember. 2? That can't be right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right, spent the 2s. I'm going to sacrifice the 1 to make this a 6. And write that in here. No doubles, and we hit a 2, so I don't have to do anything funny to fill this all out completely. Great, and now there's a connected path, and let's draw it out. Threes, twos, ones, and out. Cool. Scoring. The bats are 1 and the guardians are 2, correct? Yes, yes. So this is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 1, 1, 1. Oops, I was actually scoring those up here. Great. So 6 for fully exploring plus 6 for the monsters. That adds up. That's 12. We are currently at 19. So that puts us at 31. So, you know, after all that, and not getting to score XP, the total amount of XP doesn't matter so much as the fact that I'm going to be down 1 weapon or 1 relic. Which is serious, but, like, I think I'm still in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That's 31, so we do get all of this. And a relic or weapon of choice. Let's make sure to grab this extra die. Anything I could imagine. I mean, I suspect that I'm supposed to take a weapon. Because the wrist sling is okay. But what do I need to defeat this guy? I have to hit him with a 6. 4 times. It's like really hard to do that. Because there's only 4 squares adjacent to him. Like, all 4 of those have to be 6s. And if you ever enter into his column or row, he just goes nuts. You lose all your good dice. So you kind of have to approach him carefully. Like, set off this trap, set off this trap, stand here, and then, like, launch in with all the 6s on the same turn. Also, I guess, noteworthy, the only way to get to these staircases without entering into his row or column is to go here, here, here. Which is fine. I kind of want to do that anyway to fight the bat. But, like, you can't go this way because you would have to mark this square first or this one. So, like, how good is the Ancient Idol in that context? Is it any good? I mean, it should be, but maybe it isn't. Like, what's good about it is it has a lot of range, but it's not very flexible. And it lets you increase your numbers. The problem is, the turns I want big numbers are when I'm fighting this idiot. And when I'm doing that, I'll be doing it from... I won't be doing it from here. And even if I were, I would only need 2. I'll be doing it from around the corner, hopefully. Hopefully I don't have to mark here and then fire a straight line at this guy. So it kind of feels like this Ancient Idol doesn't work very well on him. He attacks on 4s? Yeah. Maybe the Ancient Idol is good for tracking down the other monsters? Not really. Well, it would help me get to this bat in fewer hops, I guess. Like here would be the dream. But that's about it. Well, here to here, I guess, could be possible. Hopefully that's not a thing. Actually, here to here lets us dodge the spikes. Right? And get to a position where I can take this monster out without having to trigger this guy's rows and columns business. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm convincing myself that this weapon might be useful. I don't know if I'm right to convince myself of this, but it seems like an okay idea. It also will probably make it easier to pick up items, because I can increase the numbers it uses by 1. Like if there's a 3 on an item already and I roll a 2, I can be like, no problem, I'll just use this. Yeah? I could ignore 2 damage. I could mark a good die. This kind of gives me 3 extra dice for the fight. Which could accelerate me to the end. I don't know. I think I found enough good uses for 3 distance. Like here to here and here to here are fairly compelling. And it also makes it easier to pick up items. I think I should go for the idol. We'll see. And heading into the Thorne Tower. We're going to need that last evil die. Alright. Final boss showdown. I'm at 7 health. I could pick up 2 more in here somewhere. There it is. Which is not that great a number, but I have, you know, a lot of tools at this point. Not as many as I should have if I had played better. A 6. I hate 6s. And double 2s. Wow. Well, at least it's not double 6s. So, that's the Wandering Monster. Am I going to do something about this 6? Well, remember, I have this. Once per turn, I can reroll an evil die. So I don't have to... Yeah, well, I'm re-rolling this 6. I don't necessarily have to spend coins on it yet. Nice, it's a 1. Okay. Now remember, I can't use this to prevent Wandering Monster. Wandering Monster happens before anything. It is a clock you cannot stall. So, these numbers are a little bit low, but I'm sure I can find some use for them. I want 3s to hit the bats, right? But I have like a 3 and a 4, so that should be fine. Oh, and also, with the Ancient Idol, I can increase a number by 1. So I think I want to start with a 1 here. typed a 7. It's off center. 1. And then I can write a... Careful. So this is once per turn is how this works, right? Okay, well, let's read these as well. You may re-roll an evil die, sure. After the roll dice step. An additional. What do you mean an additional? I guess like it additional to 0, the number you start at, and then if you happen to get 2 of these, you would have access to 2, I guess. Magic, yeah. Increase a good die, right? Then use it with this weapon, but only once per turn. Yeah, so once per turn, I can use a white die as if it were 1 higher when using the Ancient Idol. So I don't think I really want to increase anything just yet. I think I want to spend the 4 killing this bat. And a 3 as a 3 on the Ancient Idol. I won't increment it. So I can use the Idol as many times as I want per turn, but I can only use the magic effect once. So I'll use the Idol to go and put a 3 here, axing this bat, or bopping him or something. Now I'm positioned to spend this 2 and my key, which is where? Here. On this door. Now I have access to the stairs and I can start writing out here. I still have a 2 and a 1 to use. I want to write them here and here, I think. Start getting closer to this guy. Except my continuous path to the exit Oh, I guess don't forget, I could re-roll a good die if I wanted. I think these dice are fine. Where's my continuous path to the exit going to be? Like, I probably don't want to step on these spike traps unless I can manufacture a lot of 6s, which maybe I could. But let's assume I don't. Then it's going to go through these stairs, and it has to use all 3 of these spots, right? So stuff I write into these spaces is important. Well, it doesn't have to use this one. It could go this way. It has to use all 3 of these squares at least. And then either the spikes or here would be fine. So I mean, I think that's okay. The only thing is, like, if I do want the spikes to be part of the path out, I want a high number on the spikes, which means I don't really like writing a low number here. But I think that it's just fine. So I'm going to put the 1 here and the 2... Is there a reason to make it a 3? I think that's just imposing extra problems on myself for no reason. Oh, I couldn't do that anyway. Because this is... This is the evil die. I can't increase the 2. I can increase the 1. Which actually I should do, right? I should just mark both of these as 2s. So it's easier to get here. I'll have better weight. There are more options to fill in between a 2 and a 2. Right? In particular, 3-3 is good here, but it wouldn't be if one of them were a 1. Otherwise, I think that's the only two numbers where there's a difference between a 1-2 and a 2-2. Yeah. A pair of 3s. So anyway, great first turn, I think. Let's start a second turn. We dodged the Wandering Monster. Now, before monster attacks, I'd like to use my highest level skill to re-roll this 5, please. A 2. Beautiful. I'm untouchable. A thief in the night. I even have a 6. Nice. Okay, well, let's use it to stomp on this bad boy. Do I want to stomp on this one? Is there some reason I should stomp over here? I don't think there is. Because to launch my, like, one-turn volley on this guy, I need this square to be one of them. I need this square to be one also, but, like, this one also helps me get to this guy, so... Right, but I can't jump over this guy. So, in fact... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I need to go this way to get to him quickly. I'm not sure that it matters, but it feels better to me to put this 6 in right now. I want a 1 here. I'm going to use the idol to put a 3 here. And then I'll use the non-idol to put a 5 here. This is a little bit constraining in that if I decide I want to make this the path to the exit, I'll need a 4 at some point, but that's not that constraining. So this guy's now dead, and we're not that far from launching the assault on the vampire, actually. Okay. Problem is, I kind of want a 6 here, don't I? Oh well. I needed this 5, so... Actually, you know what? Let's reroll this. A 1 sucks. And I have 1 reroll of good dice. Maybe I can hit a 6. Nope. Well, that's a 5. And I haven't used the idol's incrementing ability yet, so I believe I can just write a 6 here if I want. So let's do that. Nice. And this leftover 2, any thoughts? Not really. I could write it here so that it's a potential path to the thing, but that would be a disaster because he would see it. He's always watching, man. How about a 2 here to make it easier to connect up later? Seems good. I gotta say, being able to re-roll dice, kind of sick. Very strong. Also being able to shoot 3 squares. I've used that many times and desired it every time, so that's nice. Yeah, next turn. This one's a little tougher, but he's only hitting me for 1, right? I've disarmed all the stuff that would make huge piles of damage. So I have all the time in the world to sneak up on this guy. And there's no points. You don't get points for having health left over, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I should think about it, right? Maybe there's some reason that I don't want these dice. I mean, how many 6s do I have? Could I get 4 of them? Yeah, I think so. Just costs 2 coins, yeah? And my ability. So I think I like that. Actually, I could maybe do it with even less coins. Anyway, I think I'm happy to take a damage here. So my thinking is, in order to launch attacks on these 4 squares using my sling, I need to be around the corner from each of them. So I can go bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. But I don't have access to this yet. So I want one of these 2. Or this one. I want to turn this 4 into a 6 using a 2. This 6 is a 6. This 5 I can spend a coin on. So that's 1, 2, 3 using a single coin and my beacon of light, leaving me this 5 and this 3. I believe I don't need to spend a coin on the 5 because I could put a 3 here, giving me a straight line shot, allowing the Ancient Idol to reach. So I think that makes sense. And I have to put the 3 here to do that, which is, or here. But if here, then it can't be part of the path. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to need this to be part of the path, so it kind of doesn't matter what I do. But just in case I do, I think like it's nice to not have to write a 3 here. So let's take this 3 and put it here. No, wrong. It has to go here. That's the way I just said I was going to do it. So I'm not launching it around the corner for this one. But now I'm going to spend this 2 to make this 4 a 6. I'm going to spend a coin. Well, I guess there's this one, but whatever, I'll spend this. It doesn't matter that much. To turn this 5 into a 6. And I'll use the Ancient Idol to turn this 5 into a 6, but only in straight lines, to launch a 6 at him here. And then these last 3 dice are already 6s. So I can launch them boom, boom, boom with the sling. 6, 6, 6. That's the mark of the devil, buddy. I just cleric'd your ass. All right. Bosses get 2 lines through them. That's my policy. All right. Great turn. I mean, I still have a charge on Holy Ward, but it no longer is necessary, really. Yeah, no doubles, so I'm not taking damage from the Wandering Monsters. I'm not taking damage from fixed monsters because there ain't none. Yeah, this should be a comfortable win, although a lower score than last time because I didn't score one of the dungeons. What are things I still need? I don't really need these coins. Like, I don't need anything. I just need to mark squares, right? And make sure that I can get a connected path when I'm done. So, if I want to maximize score, I should try to leave as many columns so that my last... I want a choke point, ideally, right? But I don't think... The way I've put down numbers already, I don't think I can explore the whole place. I think I'm going to have to leave at least one column unfilled. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's just put a 1 in here. Oops, don't cross those out. Circle them. Getting from here to here is a bit of a challenge, so let's put a 3 in. I guess. I mean, 2s are better. Well, I have this ability here. This is decrease in evil die by 1. But I don't have to spend it now, because 3s are only better because 2s... Well, 2 would let me use a 1 here, which I guess I can't... Okay. I'm just gonna spend that ability. Why not? There, decreased by 1. Now I can use this 2 to go here. The 2 5s I'll write in here and here. Grabbing a coin. And 4 and 6 go over here. Don't accidentally complete a path. Certainly, for now, it's impossible because I haven't even touched the door. No wandering monster. I have a 1 or a 2 that I could use here. I'll put a 1 here and a 2 here. Grab the health potion. That's a huge circle. Mark it off. So now if I connect to the stairs, the game will end. But, oh! Well, no. I still can't... There's still not a choke point because there are 2 ways to end. Marking this square and a door, or marking, like, a door and over here. So, I don't know. I'll just leave the spike traps unexplored. I mean, is there any place where it matters what I write? A little. I need to make sure that this is a 2 or a 3, I guess. So let's grab that 2 and write it in. 2. This also needs to be a 2 or a 3, which I can do by using my idle here. Make this a 2. have 5, 5, 4. Those don't matter. 5, 5, 4. Still no path from the door to the stairs, so we're clear, not accidentally finishing anything. I guess if I'm planning not to step on the spike traps, I shouldn't bother. I guess I should just step on the spike traps, actually. But I already used my idol for this turn, so I can't produce a 6 trivially. I could, this turn you could play it better if you were really careful, but I don't need to be careful. I can just win, so. Okay, that's a 4. No doubles. This is a 6. So I'll put that on the spikes. Let's re-roll a 3. Great. And re-roll another 3. That's better. Put a 6 here. Three, 4, 4 along the bottom. 3, 4, 4. Leaving me just 1, 4 to go here. Sure. Don't see any harm in that. Double 6s, they got me. So let's fill this out with anything, a large number, I guess. A 6. How many coins do I have? It should be plenty, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How did I have that many left over? I remember being starved for coins at some point. Huh, okay, 6. So it will be no problem to make sure I can produce a 1 here. Or a 2. So, in fact, let's take this 2, put it here, grab this coin, and write in, I don't know, it doesn't matter, a 4, a 6, and I'll spend 2 coins to make this 4 into a 2 and write in a 2 here. The dungeon is now complete. We have this path doesn't go anywhere, but this one gets to the exit. Let's draw that in. Okay, and score it up. We got 1 for the column and 1 for the bat. Here we get 1 for the column. Here we get nothing. 1 for the column, 1 for the bat. Column, 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 and 5. Here column, and 2. Yes. Oh, no, there's not a guy here. I wrote these in the wrong place. Get it erased. It's so hard to aim the eraser. 2 for the monster and 1 for the column here. So that's 3, 7, 8, 14, 15, and another 4 is 19. 4, and then 3 5s. So we're exactly filling it out to 50, it looks like. I'll dot these all out. I could just like draw a box over them or something, but there we go. That's the total score. I made it out alive, despite a blunder in the keep, and what felt like a rough early game with the blacksmith really beating the shit out of me. Those bats rolling a 6 on turn 1 when I had no way to deal with it was a real problem. We came out with tons of spare HP, and the final fight was no trouble at all. This vampire was no match for my cleric. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.